press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another
So sells, doesn't
Well,
it?
I think the answer to that is if we haven't got a competitive team, because we have got rid of all the players for cheating, then TV stations will pay far less because Australia won't be very competitive. Australia are competitive, especially when we play in India. That's where the big TV deal is. If we're sending over guys that aren't going to be able to stand up in those conditions, they're
And
small.
lucky for them, the CBA was done long before this happened as well.
So-
Got their new contracts and all their money locked down before this disaster.
One thing, Steve Smith may have opened up when it comes to players being stood down, suspended, etc., is that really, from what he said, you'd have to suspend the entire leadership group.
Yeah, 100%.
Why not?
I think effective immediately. I'm not sure as to
He
why
said
that's
it.
not happened.
Yeah.
But
well,
can I just give you one other point? So you'll suspend them all from Australian cricket. They'll always go and play IPL, make lots more money than they're making for Cricket Australia. So if it's a money type thing that we're worrying about, they're not making the money here. They're just going to travel around the world playing 2020 cricket, making twice as much, because they're all fantastic players. That's not in question. So
Well, and is that half the problem? I mean, they do the wrong thing, get a rap over the knuckles, but what?
it
doesn't stop them doing anything, doesn't stop them making money, doesn't stop them playing cricket.
No, because it's market driven. Like, it's a market force. If the market's there for your commodity, and that is cricket ability, then you go around and
So
play
why
around the
would
world.
they stop doing the wrong thing, is my point.
Well, they've got to understand that the game's more important than winning.
well, they've got to look after sponsors too. There's a massive damage to.
Well, that's where they might personally get hit in the pocket. Some of their personal sponsors, New
Who would
Balance,
want to be associated?
Gray Nichols for David Warner, LG TV. How many times have you seen David talking about his LG TV? Maybe they
You
might.
really think we'll be talking about this in 6 months?
Probably not.
Yeah. So there's your answer. People
Do you know
move
what?
on to
I
the
actually
next
think we will be. Because
don't think
it's
we
one of
will.
those things that
No.
is not, as we were talking about before, you can't tell me that the legacy of these players isn't now that they're cheats.
Yeah, there'll be things brought up in games and that type of stuff. But for the next 6 months, we'll be talking about the next football player does something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will focus on that. Well, hopefully, neither code we don't. We'll be talking about great football games, and that's.
We talk about the left-arm bowler from Pakistan who actually was cheating in a match, deliberately bowling no balls and stuff, and he had 2 years out, and he comes back, and I'm pretty sure I was at the game, and the commentators, oh, what a bowler, geez, this bloke's a superstar, and all this type of stuff. So time does heal a lot of wounds, but I think this is a bigger issue.
I do.
Yeah.
Whether I agree with that or not, I don't know, but it is a bigger issue for most people, as we're reading here from the tweets.
And it was such a blatantly stupid thing to do. I think that needs to be a component of Cricket Australia's investigation. It's not just the cheating, but the blatant stupidity of it as well. What kind of culture forces you, I don't want to say forces, but, because that sounds like it's apologetic in itself. But what kind of culture makes you behave like that? I don't know. Anyway.